From you take the radio. Build my passport. You need it. That ain't a thing from. What is that? From the Take the boat with you. Okay.